Hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the one subject we spend our entire lives trying to avoid, the one great certainty that hangs over every decision we make, every ambition we chase, and every love we hold dear. We are going to talk about death, and we are going to do it through the eyes of a man who, in 2003, was forced to look his own mortality directly in the face. Steve Jobs, the master of control, the architect of his own universe, was given a death sentence. Doctors told him he had an incurable cancer and just months to live. This is the story of what happens when a mind obsessed with shaping the future is told it has no future. It is not a story about sadness or loss. It is a story about clarity, about liberation, and about how staring into the abyss can, paradoxically, be the very thing that teaches you how to truly live. This is the mind story of how Steve Jobs used death as his greatest advisor. The year was 2003. Apple was in the midst of its great renaissance. The iMac had saved the company, and the iPod was a cultural earthquake, completely revolutionizing the music industry. Steve Jobs was on top of the world, a visionary vindicated. And then, a routine abdominal scan for a kidney issue revealed something else entirely, a shadow on his pancreas. A biopsy was performed, and the results were the worst imaginable. It was a neuroendocrine tumor, a form of pancreatic cancer that was, the doctors told him, essentially untreatable. They sent him home with a grim prognosis: get your affairs in order. It was doctor code for, you have 3 to 6 months to live. Imagine this moment. You are Steve Jobs. You have fought, clawed, and innovated your way back to the pinnacle of your industry. You are in the middle of changing the world. Again, you have a wife and young children, and you are told at the age of 48 that your story is over. What happened next was both quintessentially Jobs and deeply controversial. Instead of immediately pursuing the recommended medical path, he rebelled. For 9 months, he refused surgery. He was a man who believed his will, his intuition, could bend reality. He had done it with computers. Surely he could do it with his own cells. He embarked on a journey of alternative treatments, strict vegan diets, acupuncture, herbal remedies, even consulting with psychics. His friends and family pleaded with him to have the surgery. But Jobs, the ultimate contrarian, was convinced he could find a different way. It was only after 9 long months, as his health visibly declined, that he finally relented to having another scan. And then, a miracle of sorts. The doctors realized his tumor was an incredibly rare, slow-growing type that was, in fact, operable. He had the surgery in 2004. The tumor was successfully removed. He sent an email to all Apple employees, assuring them he was cured and would be back soon. To the public, it was a brief, victorious battle. But privately, those 9 months of living with a death sentence had changed him forever. 3 to 6 months, that's what he said. 3 to 6 months. The words don't even make sense. It's like a line of bad code, an error. It can't be right. I'm in the middle of things. The iPod, we're just getting started. The phone, the ideas are just starting to form. No, this is unacceptable. This is a bug in the system, and I am going to fix it. Surgery, they want to cut me open. They want to surrender to their primitive tools. They don't understand. The body is a system. A beautiful, complex system. This isn't a mechanical failure. It's a software problem. My software. And I can debug it. Diet, juices, needles. I can reboot the system. I've always believed in the power of intuition, of a different way. This is the ultimate test. I'm not going to let them violate my body like it's some broken machine. A wave of cold, terrifying fear washes over. The heartbeat quickens slightly. But what if they're right? What if this isn't a bug? What if it's the end of the program? 6 months, 6 more sunrises, 6 more times to tuck my kids into bed. Lorene, how can I leave her? All the things I still want to build, all the ideas, it's all just going to stop? It's like being unplugged. Everything just goes dark. The fear subsides, replaced by a strange, profound calm. The heartbeat slows. Wait, everything is different now. The meeting I have this afternoon about the iPod's marketing budget How important is it really? The argument I had yesterday about a button design, how trivial. All the things I worry about every day, the stock price, what that journalist wrote, the competition, they've all just vanished. They've been vaporized. It's like a filter has been placed over my eyes and only the essential things can get through. My family, building a few more insanely great things, leaving a mark, that's it. That's all there is. This is the clearest I've felt in years, decades maybe. Knowing you are going to die it's a tool, a life editing tool. It deletes the non-essential. It's a gift, a terrible, horrible, but powerful gift. It means I don't have to waste any more time. I don't have time for other people's opinions. I don't have time for fear. The dots, they're all connecting now. I see the path. I know what I have to do. I have to live. This transformation from fear and denial to a state of profound clarity is the heart of this story. Jobs' confrontation with death gave him his most powerful productivity tool. Let's analyze the 3 principles he discovered in that darkness. Principle number 1, death is life's greatest editing tool. This is the core insight. We live our lives cluttered with non-essentials. We pursue goals we think we should want. We worry about the opinions of people we don't even like. We say yes to things out of obligation or fear of missing out. As Jobs realized, a diagnosis of death is a powerful filter. It instantly clarifies what is truly important. His quote is unforgettable. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. We don't need to face a real diagnosis to use this tool. We can use it as a mental model. Before making a big decision, ask yourself what he called the deathbed question. On my last day, will I regret doing this or not doing this? It is a brutally effective way to edit your life down to its most meaningful essence. Principle number 2, the rebellion against the inevitable, a cautionary tale. It's crucial to analyze Jobs' decision to delay surgery. This was an expression of his core personality, his belief that the rules didn't apply to him, his distrust of conventional wisdom, and his faith in his own intuition. In many areas, this rebellious spirit was the source of his genius. It's why he built the Mac and the iPhone. But applied to medicine, it was a tragic and likely fatal mistake. Medical experts widely agree that if he had the surgery immediately, his chances of long-term survival would have been significantly higher. The lesson here is a complex one. The same mindset that makes a genius in one domain can be a fatal flaw in another. It's a sobering reminder that even the greatest minds have blind spots, and that conviction, without humility and a respect for expertise, can be dangerous. Principle number 3, the urgency of now. After his surgery, the Steve Jobs who returned to Apple was a man in a hurry. He had always been intense, but now there was a new urgency. In the 7 years between his surgery and his death, he would oversee the most prolific period of innovation in Apple's history. The launch of the iPhone, the App Store, and the iPad. He knew his time was borrowed. He no longer had the luxury of procrastination. This is a powerful lesson for all of us who feel like we have an infinite amount of time. The awareness of death is not meant to be paralyzing. It is meant to be mobilizing. It is the ultimate antidote to, I'll do it tomorrow. It imbues the present moment with a sacred importance. It forces you to ask, what is the most important thing I can do with the time I have right now? The story of Steve Jobs' confrontation with death is not a story about illness. It's a story about how to live. And its lessons are practical tools we can use every single day. First, conduct a fear deletion exercise. Take the biggest fear that is holding you back right now. The fear of starting a new business, the fear of asking for a promotion, the fear of leaving a bad relationship. Now project yourself to the last day of your life. Look back at this moment. Will you regret not having tried, or will you regret the failure? Almost always, our biggest regrets are for the risk we didn't take. Using death as an advisor shrinks our fears down to their true and significant size. Second, identify your non-essentials. You don't need a crisis to find clarity. You can create it. Take 30 minutes this weekend and write down all of your commitments, projects, and even the people you spend time with. Then ask the hard question, if my time was suddenly cut in half, what would I drop immediately? The things that come to mind are your non-essentials. They are the clutter. Have the courage to start pruning them now, not later. This creates the space and energy for what is truly important. Finally, live with intentional urgency. This doesn't mean living in a frantic panic. It means living with purpose. It means ending the day with a sense of accomplishment, not just activity. It means saying I love you more often. It means not saving your best work or your best self for some imaginary someday. As Jobs showed us, the clock is always ticking. That knowledge shouldn't make us sad. It should make us focused. It should make us brave. And it should inspire us to make the limited time we have truly, insanely great. Steve Jobs was not a perfect man. His decision to delay treatment was a flawed and human response to a terrifying reality. But his ultimate lesson is not about medicine, it's about life. He took the darkest diagnosis imaginable and transformed it into a tool for focus, a weapon against fear, and a catalyst for his most creative years. He taught us that death is not something to be feared, but something to be utilized. It is life's greatest change agent, the silent advisor that whispers in our ear, your time is limited, make it count. The clarity he found in those 9 months of uncertainty is a clarity that is available to all of us if we are simply brave enough to listen. To remember that we are going to die is to finally receive the permission to live.